how do you continually educate yourself? What's your philosophy on learning as you go through this stuff? And how do you integrate that into like your daily workflow or weekly workflow?
Yeah, so I think I have figured out ways for me like that work for me to like gather information and stuff that's going to help me do a better job on the different things that I know I need to, I guess, level up on. So like for me, it's like podcast. So like I look at the next 5 years and I say, I can't just be really good at media buying because I'm not doing the media buying. Like we have a team that's doing it, but like
Mm-hmm.
I want to know, like I want to have like a be good at like understanding every element of it and like being able to have a big input on the strategy. So like for me, I'm gonna I'm gonna answer your question, but I think it's good to give context. So I
Mm-hmm.
think for me, like I want to have a clear understanding of different elements of what we're doing. So the other side of the business is brands. It's so different because you have supply chain, you have like the P&L of an agency looks
Totally.
very different than the P&L of an actual brand. And like you have logistics where you have to like we're figuring out what you can outsource and what you have to keep in house, customer service things. And so for me, I think a lot of absorption in terms of information is like I think I find a lot of value in understanding like how where like keeping a finger on the pulse when it comes to like going into the Foxwell founder group, understand what people are doing. Putting like Andrew on our team, like he's in the group too. So
Mm-hmm.
I rely on him to like make sure he's really in there at least like a few times a week to like absorb information and like understand what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
share insights if he can. And then for me, like more and more, I'm just trying to absorb. Like this morning, I'm early morning walk. I listened to like the new podcast, the Operators podcast with like Matthew
Mm-hmm.
Bertelli and the Sean from Ridge, and so
Mm-hmm.
the guys that are running like massive massive brands. And I think like for me, it's really helpful to go and like absorb information that I feel like is necessary, and then come back, share and educate with my team. And the other ways that I do that is through people that I'm always like messaging. So like there's some friends of mine that now I've become friends with that I'm like messaging back and forth, texting, or I'm in like these other groups. Like I'm in like this Telegram group. It's a Telegram? Yeah, Telegram group where like a bunch of people, maybe 30 operators are like talking about their brands and what they're doing and asking questions. Um, because I feel like if I'm just focusing on like media buying within 5 years, my goal is to like have a portfolio of these brands that are doing hopefully like at least 50 million in total revenue at that point. So to get there, like I really have to have a clear understanding of like what other elements I need to understand and absorb. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so for me, it's podcasts. I'll try to read books in the morning, like a book, like a chapter or something in the morning. And then when I can, I usually like try to block out time to go into the Foxwell Founders group. I got another Slack group that's like e-commerce owners, like work. It's like I think Workspace 6. So
Mm-hmm.
like those are
Yeah.
like probably the places where I go, and then
Mm-hmm.
also just like building the relationships that I've built. Like this year alone has been such an incredible year of like connecting with more people that I think are much smarter than me, have like done incredible things. I'm just like thankful, because like those are the places where I've learned so much. Like I don't think some of the accounts would be where they are if I hadn't gotten some insights from, friend Jordan and some other people who are like, hey, this is what we're doing. And then I've taken that and implemented that within our accounts. So yeah, I think it's like that culmination of all the things. I think it's important that it's really easy to like get lost in so much information. I don't know if you experience this much, but like
Mm-hmm.
there's so much stuff out there. So I try not to, in the past, what I would do is like I would be always absorbing information, kind of dump it on my team, and it was too much. So I think I'm like more mindful of like, okay, I'm a little bit more cautious of like what I believe is actually necessary. And then I take the information that's really going to help what our initiatives are, which is creative media buying and landing pages. Those are like the things that I believe are the biggest focus for us right now. this year. And then other than that, I'm probably trying to just do what I can to absorb information, put it in kind of like the backlog, and then, come back to it when I can.